Okay, so hey guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this because everybody asked me to, and I'm not really the vlogging type, but I guess it's a start. I don't really have professional stuff like cameras and like equipment. I'll just be using my iPhone to record everything that I'm doing, and hopefully you guys enjoy this build because I will be making a river table, just like a bigger version of this one, with this nice slab I got from Batangas. It's mahogany. It's not that big, but it's really nice, and hopefully it would end up as a nice coffee table, maybe a small coffee table. But yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so first I cut the slab with my circular saw. I marked the center line with masking tape that was like a guide, and it also prevented tear out from the saw. After I cut it, I flipped out the edges and made them face each other to have that like river outline. Here are the two pieces from that one slab. I think they look really good. I made the form for the slab and the resin next. I chopped scrap wood for the walls of the mold and then used 1/2 inch thick plywood for the base. I covered them all in packaging tape and then used silicone on the corners so the resin won't like leak out and stick to the mold. I then placed the wood inside to see if it fits and then moved on. So I found these in the garden. I'm gonna use this to estimate how much resin I have. This will act as like the resin, and I'm gonna measure it after I pour everything. So I measured the gravel after by using bigger measuring cups, and like it actually gave me a pretty decent estimate on how much resin I needed. The resin's here and I'm super nervous. Like, I don't know if I want to do it now. So I also did the calculations, and it's 2 parts of this one. 2:1. And since I'm doing a 4.5 liter pour for the table, it's gonna be 3 liters of this and 1 liter of this, and pretty pigment of this. The resin I used was from this company called Majestic Chemicals Industries in Laguna. They were super friendly and accommodating when I was chatting with them, and they like delivered the product super quick, like on the same day. I bought a tub of their tabletop resin, which also came with like 6 colored pigments. I'll leave a link to their site in the description below. I'll be using this metallic powder magic blue for the base, and then this for the highlight, peacock green. Okay, so this was my super favorite part of everything. I mean, it's what I've been watching on different channels, and like the mixing of the pigment and then pouring it into the mold was so satisfying. Oh, but the wood was floating around, so I also taped my weights to keep them down a bit. Okay, so I'm kind of worried a bit because it's literally been like less than 20 minutes and it's pretty solid. Dude, it's like solid. I was gonna come back to pop the bubbles that surfaced, and then solid na siya. What the hell? Is this supposed to be how it goes? I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Like, honestly. Shit. Alright, so it's the next day. It's been like 15 hours, not even 24 hours, not even a whole day yet. But the resin seems to have hardened and it's not heating up anymore. I hope that when I disassemble the frame, the under part of this would look nice. So yeah, do it. So I literally thought that the resin had fully cured even before 24 hours. So I removed the form, right? But like, some of the resin was still gooey. But some parts had cracks. Like, what the f? Anyway, I think I used too much hardener or like, didn't mix the two parts well enough. And this is the back side. So I guess I'm still deciding if I want this to be the top or the other side. Man, this is just setback. Anyway, I had to move on. Siguro like a few days passed even before I got back in the workshop. I mean, I might as well continue since like I've already gone this far. I planed and sanded the tabletop over and over and over and like shaved off so much wood to get it like almost flat. So another thing I learned about me is that I can't stop myself. Like, I think I planed off at least half an inch of the entire plank. And because of my impatience, there were some nicks and like holes that were caused by the planer. And I don't know if this will be taken care of by sanding it, but I hope it does. Because if it doesn't, I'm gonna be planing it all over again until it's flat. So after so much sanding and planing, I've actually achieved it. I've made it sort of flat. Here it is. Here's the back. Okay, so for the base naman, I had spare 3/4 inch thick steel tubular, so I just cut that up, and thankfully I had enough steel to make decent table legs, which didn't take too much attention from the tabletop. After all the cutting, I just welded them together with my sketchy arc welder, which was super old but still works. Lastly, I didn't have anything else to use but acrylic spray paint, so I gave it like 3 to 4 coats to finish it off. Just to let you guys know, I did majority of this build during the coronavirus pandemic. So like, everyone was under quarantine and all the stores were closed and I couldn't buy stuff. Buti na lang I'm a hoarder and I had some material from old projects lying around my workshop. Like the steel, sandpaper, and even polyurethane, which I should not have used. And this is why. As in, the moment I opened the can, I felt like something was wrong. But it was too late now because I already applied that. The poly was either too old or it already aired out. It was so thick and jelly-like. So I tried mixing paint thinner with it and I'm not sure if that helped, but I was already halfway anyway and I just kept going. And this is how it looks after the polyurethane set. The mahogany looked really good, but the resin had some discoloration, which I was so not happy about. Overall, it still did look pretty decent, but like, I think I could have done so much better if I was a bit more careful. After the legs were assembled, I just needed to attach them to the tabletop and I was done. I drilled holes onto the wood and the steel and then used 2.5 inch wood screws to fix it all together. Project recap. I started this like 3 months ago and I just finished it now, and I don't even think it's like completely 100% finished. I just wanted to get it done with. What I meant to say when it's finished. Not perfect, because this is far from perfect. Am I happy with this? It's functional, but I could have done so much better. And if you look under, it looks like shit. So actually, I'll show you guys. And look at that. The resin overflowed and it doesn't look so nice. Is it flat? Is it smooth? It is flat-ish. It's smooth-ish. Would I recommend people to do this? If you have a lot of time and if you want to invest in resin, I used a lot of resin for this, and it's not cheap. resin is not cheap, and a tabletop resin at least is not cheap. And for this kind of table, you'll need a lot. So if you're gonna be starting, or if you're gonna be doing this, I recommend you guys start with a small version that I made first, and then you build up to this one. Maybe even from this one you go a little bigger, and then go here. Because this one I used mahogany wood from Batangas, which is also quite pricey, and you know, the expensive resin. And there we go. So thank you, like and subscribe to nothing, because I'm not sure if I'm going to be making anything else anytime soon. But since this quarantine might be extended, I might be making more things. I don't know. Stay tuned, maybe. Anyway, I actually finished it. Yay, finished Not Perfect resin table. And I will have some beauty shots of it in a bit. Thanks for watching!